hear myself think. We got room for two in there? Elevator. I would have settled for stairs. That was close.
Therefore,
Thank God, it's still day.
evacuate City 17 at once, if not sooner. I cannot state this.
Oh God, no. No, it's locked. I can't believe this. Hey, up there! Hello? Can you let us out of here? Hello? They can't hear us, I guess. Can you see any way to get this open?
Before the Combine attempts to restore their domain. Since this is the first opportunity we speak openly of the baleful actions of the Combine.
Hold on, there must be some way to open this gate. That's it. See if the key still works. Come on, Gordon, crank that thing.
Now we will have to protect ourselves with some exposition. The destabilization of the City 17 reactor has had repercussions that were not entirely unexpected. Although we hardly dared speak with hope ahead of time, the destructive pulse
Finally,
forced a
fresh
damper
air.
on the entire network
Oh
of
my
linked
God.
Citadel reactors.
Striders
Thus, for the time
really tore
being,
the hell out
I
of
believe
this
that all Combine portals have failed completely, as well as all communications systems based on that technology.
I've never
Short,
been happier
the
to see
Combine
Dr.
are
Kleiner.
completely cut off. Combine forces currently stationed on Earth are now isolated units, stranded. However, this is most likely a temporary state of affairs. As we once learned to our dismay, even the relatively tiny fracture at Black Mesa gave our enemies an opening which they were able to force ever wider as they poured through in greater and greater numbers. In addition to the completely xenotheric species, there are many modified post-human allies still remaining on Earth who will be doing their utmost to re-establish lines of communication and supply with the larger forces. Even so, there is greater reason for hope now than at any time in the past decade. We have made, in secret, several technological advances which we will do our best to deploy in advance of the Combine's return. We continue to diligently assemble and train a new generation of scientists and technicians. For what the Combine fear the most is not any tangible human weapon, but our will, our intellect, our ability to respond selectively and rationally to every terror they turn against us. We place our firmest hope in the human spirit, even knowing how easily it may be shattered. We have all seen friends and family crushed by the Combine. Some of our neighbors have allowed themselves to be co-opted and purged of their humanity by the military machine. And those who resisted have met a most terrible fate. Still, I cannot overstate how important it is that we retain our humanity. Only this will allow us to hold together, as we must, for their inevitable return, and what is certain to be unimaginable retaliation. And, oh yes, if you missed any part of this message, it will loop repeatedly until there is no point in looping it any longer. I apologize for any inadvertent errors or omissions. As you can imagine, we have had scarcely time to record, let alone rehearse. What's that, Eli? Oh, right. This has been Dr. Isaac Kleiner, formerly of Black Mesa, now simply a citizen, like all of you, of Earth. Let me just add to all those who can hear me now, as we struggle out of the shadow of our malefactors, welcome back to the light. Now, where did I put that calculator? Careful, Lamar. These lamps are quite hot. Is this on? Yes. Very well. I am not much of a public speaker, but I'll do my best. Fellow citizens, residents of City 17 and environs, by which I mean extensive residents, of course, human and otherwise, although I believe there is little need to
Something. Probably us.
You are well advised to leave the city at once by the fastest means available to you. We have restored service to much of the commuter transport system in order to carry out. We have detected one rather unfortunate side effect. It would be an area of many miles.
Good job sealing the burrows. Nicely done. Let's head upstairs. Second. We can't get through here while that sniper's covering the street.
Blood loss detected.
Nice toss, Gordon. That sniper almost took my head off. Let me climb up and take a look at what we're walking into. Uh-oh. They've got the street fortified up ahead. You run point, okay? I'll cover you from up here till you reach the far end. When the coast is clear, I'll catch up. Okay, looks like I can get that ladder down to you. Let me shoot out the latch. I might be a little rusty with this rifle. Nope, guess I'm not.